Welcome to our series, The New Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Natalie Peace. This episode, we're looking at the question, is a franchise right for you? If you're considering opening your own business, but are concerned about the risks involved, I understand how difficult it can be. I originally wanted to open my own shop selling nutritious and convenient, healthy fast food, but I had a professor in university who coached me to start looking at franchises because they can help you reduce the risk associated with being in business. They have a proven system and truly it helps set you up for success. And that's when I found Booster Juice. Booster Juice is a franchise that specializes in healthy and convenient fast food, specifically smoothies, and I knew it was a perfect fit for me. And with more research, I found out that there could be great money in becoming a multi-unit owner. So within about a year, I opened my very first store and then purchased another franchise and opened a third store. And one of them became one of the top grossing stores in the entire franchise, which was hugely successful. So if you're considering opening a franchise, here are some things that you need to know. With franchises, you don't need to worry about product development or branding. The companies provide training and marketing materials, and your focus is on general business management, sales, and operations. Many franchises are turnkey operations. You get all the equipment, a store design, and training you need. Franchises are very particular about the quality control to make sure that the experience at each location is the same for each customer, because the brand name with the type of product and the service, people instantly know what to expect from your business, and this can set you up for success. With a franchise, you're buying into an established concept that's been proven successful. Independent businesses stand a 70 to 80% chance of not surviving the first few years, while franchises have an 80% chance of survival. The franchise invests in national marketing campaigns, and that's part of what creates that intense brand awareness that you're buying into. Another reason for that high likelihood of success is pre-established supply lines and major purchasing power. When hundreds of stores with the same name are purchasing the same materials, you can get a great bulk rate, which helps keep your costs down. And lastly, there are fewer unforeseen costs in the startup phase. You know how much money you'll have to invest because the franchise must have a full fee disclosure that you both sign off on, thereby minimizing the risk of going off budget. So I have the honor and privilege of being joined today by a gentleman who's tremendously successful with franchising in this city, in Kamloops. He has it's 6 stores now, 6 Subway stores, and I just thought you would be the ultimate in terms of an interview for this piece on franchising. So Graydon, thank you so much for joining us. With a franchise, what are the benefits of opening a store?
Well, you're not having to think up the concept. You don't have to go and think about the chairs or the tables you have to buy or the tiles. That's already thought up for you. So you're not having to go out and source a supplier for tables and chairs and tiles and wallpaper. That's all taken care of. As an independent restaurant owner, you have a lot of challenges before you even get open because you're going to have to go and source all of this stuff on your own.
Some of the drawbacks of buying a franchise include that you have very little say over very major decisions such as products or pricing. You have to do it the franchise's way. If a franchisee is not following the rules, then extreme action can actually result in the franchise being taken away from that business owner.
The average Subway stores usually cost, like a franchise itself would cost about $10,000 US. That hasn't changed. Depending on location.
And that's the franchise fee, right?
Franchise fee, yeah. So then from that you would then become a franchisee and then you can open up a location. The locations really depending on the size of a store like this one probably be $200,000 to $250,000.
You'll require deep pockets or the ability to access lots of financing, which can be very challenging for a new entrepreneur. You'll likely be asked to pay an initial franchise fee, often ranging in the tens of thousands of dollars, as well as incurring the cost of buying the store itself, which can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then there's ongoing royalties, which means you pay a percentage of your revenue directly to your franchise head office each and every month. This is how they operate a profitable business, as well as run their headquarters and invest in developing the brand. They may also charge additional fees for things like national marketing campaigns. Franchisor rarely offers a territory. They usually offer right of first refusal. So that means if you build a great business, they might want to open another store close to your successful location. And if you can't afford to buy that franchise and refuse it, or simply don't want that location, they may sell it to someone else. Now, the revenue generated by your hard work that went into building a customer base in that neighborhood is divided between two franchise locations.
I was down in Vancouver, and there was these people, they were losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a year between their two stores, and they're probably doing $1.5 million in sales.
And what does the franchisor do about that at that point in time?
They don't care. They're still getting their 8% off the sales. So they're getting their 8% off the 1.5.
They're making money, even if the franchisee is not.
not.
Ultimately, whether you choose to buy a franchise depends on a couple of factors. First, do you value creative control over all aspects of your business? Although you will have control over some areas of your franchise, such as hiring policies, local marketing initiatives, and basic business management, you will generally be following the franchisor's rules.
Well, that's where they make their costs. Like, and with Subway, it's just on the total sales. So your sales, and then they take 8% of that. So that kind of gives you a guideline.
Has that 8% ever changed? So 22 years, has that gone up over time?
No, it stayed the same. It's one of the highest in the franchise industry.
Giving up control isn't appealing for many people, but others will appreciate using a proven system and having increased odds for success. Second, are you able to find a franchise operation you trust with a product that you truly believe in? Do lots of research into the franchise you're considering before you sign on the dotted line. Chances are you won't find a franchise that operates 100% in line with your vision, values, and passions, because someone else is making the high-level decisions for your business. But it's worth doing lots of research and looking at all your options so you can find the best fit for you. Is there anything else that you would recommend to our viewers who might be considering getting into a franchise that, after 22 years of experience, you would suggest they look at?
Just do a lot of research and be prepared that you have to like the item, and because you're going to have to live with it every day. You're going to eat it every day, or be around it every day, and your heart better be behind it.
And now it's time for your action steps for success. If you're considering a specific franchise, contact the franchisor and ask them to send you all the information that you'll need to get started. I'm Natalie Peace for The New Entrepreneur. Join us for our next episode when we help you answer the question if buying an existing business is the right fit for you.